like this. You've done stuff like this. You'll notice that today is all short answer questions. Okay? So you can't use that technique of just using your calculator. You're going to have to show some work. What do we do first? Yeah, plus 5. We're going to try and isolate x. Plus 5 to each side. Then here we go. Here's what you get. You get x, this symbol, and you get an 8. Can somebody read that for me? What does that read? X is less than 8. Now I showed you how to graph these in your calculator, but now I want you to make the graphs yourself. Here's 0, here's 8. Let's just put it down. Okay? Now what goes above the 8? An open hole or a closed hole? Open, because of this symbol right here. It's got no bar underneath it. And now the question is which way are we going? To the window or to the wall? Okay? Which way are we going? Tell me, this reads x is less than, x is less than 8. Give me all those numbers. Give me some numbers that are less than 8. And those windows are towards the window or towards the wall? Which way? Towards the window. Yeah, those numbers are all found over here. And so that's our answer. That's all the work that I expect you to be able to do. Yep. Guys, let's talk about 6. Take a look at it. What do we do? Here's what I'm going to do. You tell me if I'm right or wrong. I think I'm going to go plus 5 each side, right? Plus 5, plus 5. No. Thank you, Sulema. Thank you, Sulema. What am I doing? Divide. Joe, buddy, when you divide by a negative, what do you do to the symbol? We flip it. Absolutely. There we go. And now, let's write down what that means. X is less than or equal to, equal to -2. There we go. There we go. Now we need some numbers to plot down. Let's put 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. I say to you, first of all, what kind of circle should be above the -2? Closed. Yeah, absolutely. We've got to have a closed circle above -2 because the inequality symbol has a bar underneath it. But which way are we going? To the window or to the wall? Give me some numbers that are less than -2. -3, -4. Yeah, and we find all those numbers in this direction, and so that's the answer. So now let's try and tackle problem number 7 together. Problem number 7. People still are having some issues with fractions. There's no reason to be worried about them with the calculator. I've tried to teach you how to use your calculator to do them so much better. So look, if this number in front of x were a 3, what would you be doing? If this number in front of x were a 3, what would I be dividing by? Yeah, we're going to divide both sides by 3/7. Divide this side by 3/7. Okay? How do you do that? How do you do that? Let's show how we would punch that into our calculator. Okay? Turn it on. You type -3 divided by 3/7. Hit enter. Do you see how I rubber banded the 3/7 together? You have to do that. Enter. It's just -7. Now let's read that. Right? -7 is what? Yeah, less than or equal to Let's plot down our number line. Let's try and graph it out. here's negative 7 and here's 0. Now, negative 7 is less than or equal to, give me a number. These are all numbers that can be filled in. In addition, let me give you another way that you could think of it, right? I know you've read this problem in blue from left to right, but supposing we read it starting with the x from right to left, okay? How would that read? X is greater than or equal to negative 7. You see, they both mean the same thing. They both mean the same thing. So which one is easier for you guys to understand? Either way. So give me a number that's greater than or equal to negative 7. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Where are all those numbers located? Towards the window or towards the wall? Towards the wall. And do we have a filled-in circle or an open circle over negative 7? Closed. Why? Very nice, yeah. You guys ready? Okay. Come on. So what do we do? Tyrena? Yes, excellent job, Tyrena. Yeah, we're going to add 2x to each side. Hold on one second. Yeah, minus 4 from both sides. 7x is greater than 7. Very nice, Tyrena. Excellent, excellent job. Wow, I'm so proud of you. Tyrena, can you finish it off for me? Is there open or closed circle? And which way are we going? To the window or to the wall? To the wall. Great job. All right, here we go. Guys, girls, and everybody in between. What do we do? When you see a number on the outside of those parentheses, distribute. What famous thing do I always say that people make fun of me for? And we make it rain. What operation do we follow? Multiplication. 5 times 2x is 10x. 5 times 4 is 20. See that? Yeah? Now, what do we do? I mean, this is weird. We got x's on either side, right? Zulema. Yeah, I like it. I like it. We're going to subtract 10x from both sides. Sure. Get the x's on one side. Yep. Zulema also. Negative 2x on this side is greater than or equal to 20. What's next? Good job. Great job, Tyrena. Divide by negative 2. What happens when we divide by a negative? We got to flip the signs. Negative 10. Now let's draw our line. Here's 0. Here's negative 10. Okay. X is less than or equal to negative 10. Give me some numbers that are less than or equal to negative 10.
10.
No, those are bigger. Less than.
Negative 13.
Yeah? Give me another one.
Negative 14.
Good. So negative 10 works too, which is why we're going to have a filled-in circle, and we are going towards the window.